Donald Trump described Nicki Minaj as so hot during a Rose Garden lunch, so bizarre that people believed Trump was suffering paranoid delusions and left people speechless as he was barely able to coherently synthesize words into ideas. Listen to this.
It never happened before. We also have a woman that is so respected and so hot and so great and such a great friend of, I don't say conservative, I say of common sense. She's not conservative or liberal or, as they say now, progressive. Liberal became so tarnished, but now it's communist. You know, they say social democrats. No, social democrat is a communist, all right, just so you know. There's no, so if you look at the people that are running, it's crazy what they're doing. But we'll never let that happen to this country. It can't happen to the country. You can't, there's no appetite for it. Especially since we've literally, now you're going to see numbers coming out over the next 6 months, I think, that nobody will have ever seen before.
And also a new healthcare plan, of course.
But she's a fantastic person, and she's a woman that's respected by everybody, and she's got real talent. Nicki Minaj. Nicki, stand up, please.
Please.
She's such a great person, respected by everybody. Today, 38%.
Trump describing Washington, D.C. as a place where there used to be stick-ups at restaurants, like an old Wild West bank stick-up. A lot of people struggling to remember that.
You can't get, if you're an entrepreneur, a restaurateur, you can't get a restaurant. There's nothing available. The restaurants are packed. They used to go in and rob the restaurants. They'd, you know, they wouldn't, you'd feel safe in a restaurant. It was like the old Wild West. They'd say, stick them up, give me your money. The whole restaurant is handing them money. And now if that ever happened, those people would be in deep trouble, deep. We hit them very hard.
Now, as if this weren't wacky enough, Donald Trump stunned the Rose Garden crowd into silence when he said that he can tell whether an immigrant is good or bad based on how they look. Oh boy, I wish someone could have said, sir, please give us the characteristics that tell you whether they are good or whether they are bad.
An open border, nobody checked. They just walk in. And you could look at some of them, you could say, this is trouble. And they'd walk into our country. We remove them.
Trump can tell just by looking. Are you trouble or aren't you trouble? Can we finally call this racism? Like, this is not a show about everything is racism. And Republicans love to go, oh, there's nothing worse than calling someone racist. But are we at the point where you can say that sounds pretty damn racist? As far as social democracy goes, Donald Trump goes, there's no such thing. These are communists.
Liberal became so tarnished, but now it's communist. You know, they say social democrats. No, social democrat is a communist, all right, just so you know. There's no, so if you look at the people that are running, it's crazy what they're doing. But we'll never let that happen to this country. It can't happen to the country. You can't, there's no appetite for it. Especially since we've literally, now you're going to see numbers coming.
You know, Exhibit A, I am a social democrat and I am against communism. I am not a fan of government owning all the industries, for example, or industries, as Trump calls them. Social democracy is not communism. And in fact, one of the most, to go from Exhibit A, which is I'm a social democrat and not a communist, go to Exhibit B. Northern European countries that are socially democratic countries, they are some of the best business environments for private business. Would communist countries be good places for private for-profit industry? I don't really think so. Trump then confused about children.
That if we have good markets, if we have smart presidents, if we have people that know what they're doing, like Scott and all of the people that are that work so hard, all of these children, so many of these children are going to be involved with the Trump account. They're going to watch.
All of these childs will be involved. And then Trump with one of these desperate pleas, I wish Gavin Newsom would call me. I wish J.B. Pritzker would call me. I wish the governor of New York, whose name I guess he can't remember, would call me because of crime. Now, remember that crime is declining precipitously in a lot of these places, including California.
Country. We remove them. And I wish Los Angeles, I wish Gavin Newsom would call me.
Call me.
I wish Governor Pritzker would call me.
Call.
I wish the governor of New York would call me. They have tremendous crime, and all of them. And they would go just like Washington. We have the men. We have unlimited number of great men.
If I were Gavin Newsom or J.B. Pritzker or Kathy Hochul, I'd be saying, keep Trump and his troops far away from my state. The further away they are, the better we're going to do. And then Trump wrapping up in a very cool way, I think you probably know what it is.
And again, thank you all very much. Have a good lunch. Should we put on a little music? Yes? This way you don't have to talk to each other. You just have to listen to music. So we're going to put on a little music, the Trump playlist, okay? And we'll have a little fun. Again, thank you all. This is really a very, I think, a historic moment in a sense, but it's going to be really great. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Good to go, guys. Right on the side.
Wow. What a great event, huh? Dear God, we are really in for it if we can't excise this protuberance that is MAGA Trumpism when this horrible thing is finally over. He is barely able to communicate, and it's getting much worse. Now, on the bonus show today, speaking of excising this fiasco, we're going to talk about the cash hoarding that is happening by Trump. And Republicans are like, we need that damn money to get ourselves reelected. Give us the money. A man also sues DHS after agents tracked him down for an email. And Trump says 500,000 children are receiving their first $1,000 Trump account deposits. All of that and much more on today's bonus show. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Check out another one of our videos and make sure to subscribe so YouTube keeps our content in your feed. And if you prefer audio, subscribe to the podcast on Spotify or Apple.